It's going to be another cold start. So we've done the pre-flight inspection. Don't worry about the briefing at this point. Seats and seat belts are adjusted. Brakes, yeah, brakes are good. The handbrake is not, the parking brake, sorry, is not engaged. Electrical equipment and Avionics master switch are off. The fuel selector valve is both. The shut-off valve is all the way in. Avionics circuit breakers are all in. Nothing is popped out. Alright, so let's do the engine. Throttle. I'm just reading ahead. I'm going to make the radio call to get clearance for startup. I'll do the ATIS check first before I do the call for the startup. So I need a pen for this. Let's put it here. So I'm going to turn on the master switch and the Avionics.
We're just taking a quick photo of that. It's not sitting on zero.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
That's obviously something to be looked at. Alright, so let's go to COM 2. Let's use a speaker.
On first contact with Camden Aerodrome, notify seat of information Alpha. Camden Terminal Information Alpha. Runway 06. Wind calm. Cav OK. Temperature 20. QNH 1019er. On first contact with Camden Tower or ground, notify receipt of information Alpha. Camden Terminal Information Alpha.
I can turn this off. I wonder if I can remove my ergonomics are important. Alright, so I'm going to leave this running because we're going to use this is going to come up soon when you ground 131.90. Okay, that's good. Switch to ground. Alright, so now I'm going to call for ground clearance to start and taxi, and we've got information Alpha. Com check.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah, really nice.
Camden ground, Julia Bravo Charlie at the Bowser requesting clearance for startup and taxi for circuits with information Alpha.
Bravo Charlie, start approved, taxi holding point Alpha, runway 06.
Start approved, holding point Alpha, runway 06, Julia Bravo Charlie.
So I'm going to turn off the electrical equipment.
Yeah, just another issue I noticed. Low fuel right gauge reading empty, but we've just filled it, so it's fine.
Yeah, wow, that's a big one. Sensors, most likely?
Yeah, probably not that it's overfilled, just that when it's full, it's a bubble sensor, sometimes it can
bubbles
cause it to read empty.
So if we move the plane a little, we might just get it unstuck.
Yeah, correct.
Alright, I'll switch off the switches back to the previous checklist. So throttle. 1/4 inch in. Okay, mixture. Idle cutoff all the way out. Propeller area. Clear prop. Yes, no one around. Master switch. Master switch is on. The flashing beacon is on as well. Alright, so I'm going to keep an eye on the pressure gauge once I start up. Okay, I'm going to set the mixture to okay, fuel pump on, mixture in, put the brakes on, feet on the brakes. Right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The mixture was laying that entire time.
Yeah, I know.
You have to push it in.
And then I realized
so you have to redo that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So only put the key in when you plan to turn it. For now, let's try and reprime the engine.
Okay. So fuel mix rich fuel pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. And take that out. Now, I believe it's this one here. Yep. Yes, that's all. Right, so
clear prop.
clear prop. Pressure is in the green.
Yep.
Very quickly. Alright, after start. Navigation lights, what's good it later. Avionics.
Okay, avionics on.
Yep. Just going to take a quick video of that fuel gauge.
Yep. Oh wow.
It's
really
still
open.
doing weird things.
The flaps are retracted. Circuit breakers checked. And transponder to 3000. And look at the GPS turned on. Alright. So we can taxi.
Yep.
I'm going to set the gauges once we are at the Runup bay.
Okay.
For now, we can go ahead and taxi. I need to think more about my attire. I need to get things.
That's alright. Let's roll forward so these guys can get going.
Yeah. Okay, releasing brakes and moving.
So you can start turning to the right.
Yep.
You're well clear on your right hand side. You can keep the right turn going, keep the right turn going.
Yep.
Yep.
That's good.
There we go.
Alright. I'll just stop here. Check. Checking the brakes as well.
Yep.
Brakes good.
Excellent. I'll
Okay.
check mine on Charlie.
Going to taxi into taxiway Charlie. The fan coordinator is working. Directional indicator is working.
Yep. What else do we have to check as we turn?
So the compass,
Yep.
compass is working as well. Yeah, I'm going to set that. I'm going to set all the instruments.
Yeah, so DI, turn coordinator, compass, there's one more.
So the inclinometer,
The artificial horizon.
artificial horizon. Yeah.
Yep. Should it move at all?
Oh, no.
No.
Well, no. It should
Alright,
be, yeah.
so it's working normally?
And it doesn't need calibration. It's
Excellent.
little.
Cool. So
I
you're going to
forgot-
make sure you check that one as well.
Yeah, that one I forgot to do yesterday as well.
Yep.
I'm going to pull back on the throttle.
Yeah, and I'm just going to briefly take over and check
Yep.
my brakes.
Check brakes.
Yep. My brakes are good, handing over.
All right, my plane. Slow it down a little on the turn. And into taxiway Alpha. Okay. So compass, inclinometer, directional indicator, turn coordinator, all good. Brakes.
Yeah.
Voltage 27.8 volts, battery good. Windsock, no wind. Right, I'll go to the other end of the Runup bay.
Camping ground, Cessna dual outside the scout hangar. Charlie Papa Quebec, request start up for taxi and circuit in receipt of Alpha.
Alpha Quebec, start approved, taxi holding point Alpha, runway 06.
Holding point Alpha, runway 06, Charlie Papa Quebec.
Alright, and full stop. Alright, parking brake on. Still brakes on. Yeah. Right. So, before takeoff checks, parking brake is set. Passenger seat backs and seat belts are upright and secured. Cabin doors are locked
And latched.
and latched. Flight controls, let's do that.
Yep.
Yeah, elevators, ailerons, free movement.
Yep.
Right, let's do the flight instruments and set them as well. So I'll start with the QNH, which is 1019. I'll just adjust the artificial horizon a little. Next, the compass. So this is pretty much on 3-3. Position there. 3-3. Would you agree with that, Davide?
Yep.
The alignment? It's always tricky for me to look at it.
Yeah, probably very slightly that way.
Yeah, right.
It's probably on about 325.
Yeah, the move in opposite.
Yeah, you just got to remember that it's opposite.
Yeah.
So on this one, north is on your left. Here, north is on your right.
Got it. All right. So that's the DI. I know that's a little bias.
Yeah, that's
towards
fine.
that being up. All right. I think that's it with the instruments set up. The bike is fine where it is, so I'm going to leave that as it is.
Yep.
Continuing. We're back here. Flight instruments done. Fuel quantity is checked. Mixture is rich. The fuel selector is on both. Throttle. Let's do the throttle check.
Yep.
1800 RPM. Got the brakes on, so throttle. And also check the temperature is in the grains. So
Yep.
good. Alright, 1800 RPM. Let's do magnetos. So left. There's a drop 100 approximately. Both right. Yep. A drop of about 100 RPMs. The vacuum gauge is green. Engine instruments and ammeters. The ammeter is on the 0. And then see other panel. Works. Checked.
Yeah.
Throttle. Idle. All the way out. Good.
Yeah. That right fuel gauge appears to have reset.
Yeah, here's the movement. Probably got it stuck. And 1000 RPM. Set. Okay, throttle friction lock feels good. Strobe lights, I'll turn it on at the holding point. Radios and avionics, we are on ground. I'll switch the tower momentarily.
Yep.
Don't know to listen to ATIS, but they would have told us if something has changed, right?
In between the time that we hadn't started up and now, it's possible that it could have changed.
Alright.
So it's probably not a bad idea to just double check and re-listen to it.
Sure, let's do that.
Just make sure it's still alpha. So if you're going to do that, rather than switching entirely to COM2, do this.
Temperature 20, QNH 101.
Then we can just confirm it's still alpha.
Contact with Camden Tower or ground at notify receipt of information alpha.
So it's still alpha, so we don't need to listen to it.
Okay. So this way we'd be able to also listen to ground.
Correct.
Got it.
Once you've started the engine, you don't want to turn off ground.
Got it. Yep. Okay, so radios are good. I'll switch to the tower frequency later. Navigation, GPS. We don't use that. Autopilot, not used. Electric trim, not used. Elevator trim. So that's set for takeoff. Wing flaps are up. Right, takeoff safety briefing.
Yep.
Maybe skip that, or...
No, I'm happy for you to do it.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to skip it.
Let's take... I'll take my notes out. The safety briefing. So, I'm looking for a static RPM of 2250 if that's not attained, or if we don't have T's and P's in the green, oil, pressure and temperature might spike. If the airspeed is not alive, if I'm not able to achieve the takeoff speed of 60 knots by halfway through the runway, and if I hear anything weird noise-wise coming from the plane, like unlatched doors or cargo perhaps not secured, I will abort the takeoff. I will apply brakes as needed in order to slow down the plane as quickly as possible.
So how are you going to abort the takeoff? What's
I'm
the
going
order?
to take the trim. Actually, I'm going to use my hands as well to indicate.
Yep.
I'm going to pull out the RPMs to idle and then apply brakes in order to stop the plane as quickly as possible.
Good.
And exit the runway. In addition, if the engine fails after takeoff with the runway remaining, I will close the throttle, lower the nose in order to avoid stalling the plane, and re-land on the remaining runway while maintaining airspeed, and then exit the runway. I may need to backtrack at this point. If the engine fails after takeoff without runway remaining, I will lower the nose, attain gliding speed of 68 knots, and then I will look for a suitable landing spot or landing field within 30 degrees of the plane, right or left. I will not attempt to turn back unless I am at least 1,000 feet AGL, in which case I will attempt, or I will consider the possibility of returning to land if I'm appropriately positioned at that point. And that concludes the safety briefing.
Okay. That was better than last time.
Oh,
That's
much
good.
better. Last time was nothing. Alright.
Good India.
Okay, so that's a departure briefing and the safety briefing. Actually, departure briefing, we haven't done that, so let's work on that quickly as well.
Yep.
So we'll be departing on runway 06. We're going to do left-hand circuits. We are going to try various exercises with normal circuits or flapless landings, normal landings I should say, flapless landings, and perhaps emergency landings. Risks to be aware of other planes in the circuit. I think there's at least one.
Yeah, we got CPQ in the circuit, and then this guy's departing on crosswind.
Alright, so we've got one.
Cool.
There is no glider activity, so that's one less thing to worry about. And the weather is good, like there's 3 knots, perhaps 3.
Well, right now the wind is calm,
It's
so
calm,
the wind is
calm
technically 0.
Havoc okay, things might change, but we'll see what happens.
Cool.
So that's the departure briefing.
Okay.
And I think we are good at this point.
So with the departure briefing as well, left-hand circuits with circuit height of 1,300 feet.
Yeah, I forgot that. The height.
And climb out speed of 74.
Yep.
Not on there, but it's a good thing to mention as well.
Yes. Yeah, I should have mentioned the speed.
That's alright.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
So
Ready when you are, sir.
So parking brakes off.
So for the first circuit, just a standard normal circuit.
Got it. Throttle. I did holding point alpha. The brake. Holding point alpha, runway 06. Okay, full stop. Alright, so directional indicator, the bug is still good.
Yep, just throttle to 1,000 when you stop.
Ah, throttle, yes. Okay, so this is line up pitot switch, we don't need that. Instruments check, directional indicators all good. Temperature is in the green. Transponder set to 3000. Altimetry checked. 1019. Right, and oh, that's not it. The other plane,
You got the second one.
Alright, I think we are good with that. I'm going to turn on the strobe.
Yep.
Do we need navigation at this point?
Navigation should have been on before we started taxiing.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. So I can make the call.
Yep.
switch the temp.
Very good.
Yeah.
I was about to say it. That's good. You picked
I
up on
would've
it.
figured this out. All right. Camden Tower, Julia Bravo Charlie, holding point Alpha, taxi 06, ready for circuits.
Julia Bravo Charlie, 106, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Julia Bravo Charlie. I remember the circuits thing.
Yep, good. You remembered it.
Yeah.
Just in future as well, if Tower ever says like a runway number in their readback, so if it says clear for takeoff runway 06,
Repeat that.
repeat the runway number as well.
So I don't have to hold here, I can just line up and
Yep,
throttle
and you can
up.
go for it.
Alright.
Alrighty, she's
Yes.
all yours, Captain.
Bike. Okay, good to go. Full power. Pushing on this column. Get the nose down. I've got a live airspeed. Piece and piece in the green.
Yeah.
50 knots, 60 and rotate. Yes, and we are airborne. Keeping directional control. Speed 74 or 70 knots, 75. A little bit to the left to keep my direction. Speed still good, 500 feet. Pitching up a little more for speed control. 600 feet, direction still good. Looking out the window, the traffic, climbing 700 feet. Gonna do my left turn. Doing my lookout, right, center, left, and left turn. 15 degrees bank. Try to coordinate the turn with the rudder. Pitching up a little more to get my speed under control. Okay, I'm almost at altitude for circuits. I'm going to start pitching down and leveling off. That's it, got this altitude, and I'm going to throttle back 2200 feet,
Holding point Alpha, runway 06.
2200 RPM.
Ready for circuit.
Right, center, left for my left turn,
Takeoff, Charlie Papa, Quebec.
downwind. Alright, it's good. Altitude's good. A little high, but I'll fix that. Gonna come out of the turn now. Perpendicular to the runway. Trim. Alright, gonna do my my call now. Julia Bravo Charlie, downwind for touch and go. Brakes. Undercarriage, mix is rich, fuel is sufficient. Instruments are looking good. S&Ps are in the green, altitude is good, my heading is still good. Okay, switches are good, magnetors are on both. Hatches and harnesses
Secure.
are secure. Awesome. Going to, threshold reduce to 1800.
Yeah.
Waiting
So
for
just
speed.
a reminder for this one, just a normal circuit.
Normal circuit, got it. Waiting for speed to drop a little. Alright, so flap 10. Going to lookout. Right. Center. Left or good. I'm going to turn. Moment. Still looking out. Going to drop speed to 1500. Just at the beginning of the turn. And turning now.
Yeah.
And speed is in the white, so I'll go for 20 degrees flap and reduce my...
Yeah. You are
RPMs.
on the edge of 85.
Yeah,
Yeah. That was very close.
yeah. Alright. I'm a little fast. So my speed for this is 70. Sorry, 75. So I need to pull up a little. Gonna pull back on the throttle because I am a little high, so I need to get my speed down. Alright, so let's... Okay, gonna do my lookout. Right, center, left. Speed 70 knots. Flap 30. And reducing RPM.
Camden Tower, Warrior, Bravo Delta Foxtrot at holding point Alpha Runway 06, ready for crosswind departure, request departure of PTR and climb.
Bravo Charlie, clear, touch and go.
Clear, touch and go, Julia Bravo Charlie.
Bravo Delta Foxtrot, hold position, say again.
Alright.
Position, Bravo Delta Foxtrot is...
So, RPM on idle,
at holding point Alpha Runway 06,
even out,
and request
pulling back.
ready for crosswind departure and request departure of PTR
Okay,
and climb.
so go around.
Yeah.
Up 20.
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't want to bounce back
Bravo
down
Delta
again.
Foxtrot, leave the zone on climb. runway
What do you reckon
06,
happened there?
clear for takeoff.
Leave the control
I was a bit
room on
fast,
and,
was one.
clear for takeoff runway
A bit
06.
two, I pulled up too much. Removing flap. Julia Bravo Charlie going around.
Touch and go.
That's it up.
2 in.
So technically you're not going around because you hit the runway.
Ah, yes. Damn.
Charlie Papa Quebec, late downwind, touch and go.
Play Papa Quebec.
Oh, sorry, this one. I need.
Yeah, that one's your intercom, that one's your radio.
Coming through very faintly. Alright, so 80 knots. I'm gonna turn crosswind, look out, right, center, left, turning now.
Right, so what happened there was actually the opposite. You didn't pull back enough and you came in too quick.
Oh, yeah, didn't pull back enough.
Yeah, and you came in way too quick.
So I should have pulled back earlier
Yeah,
to slow down.
and you should have probably just gone around. You were 85 knots on final.
Right, okay, yep. So I was too fast? By the
Way
time-
too fast.
Yeah,
You're looking for 70 knots and you're coming in at 85.
got it. Alright, I'll reach altitude.
Yep.
Pulling back on the throttle. Gonna do my lookout, right, center, left, okay, left turn.
Yeah, good that you went around after the bounce. But yeah, probably should have gone around earlier.
Earlier, yep. Just because of the speed, I was too fast. Yep.
Yeah,
With the flaps down.
you got to watch your flap speeds too because you were very close to 85 for most of that. So you got to slow it down.
Yep. So during the final, I was
Yeah,
too
just watch your
fast.
height.
Yep. Yep. Okay, cool. Julia Bravo Charlie, downwind for touch and go.
Bravo Charlie.
Yeah, we'll do another standard one.
Alright. The BUMFISH, brakes are good. Undercarriage is down. Exit is rich. Fuel is efficient. And good. Mechanisms are on both. Lights are good. Fuel is
Kilo
on both.
Bravo, where are you?
And hatches and harnesses are secure. My altitude is a little low. Alright.
Okay, Kilo Bravo, taxi to holding point Alpha Runway 06.
And it goes a flap.
Cool, on Alpha 06. Okay, Kilo Bravo.
I'm gonna do my
Play
lookout.
Papa Quebec, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, Charlie
Clear.
Papa Quebec.
Center, clear. Left, clear. Right. There's a tower. I'm a little bit on the inside of the circuit, but okay, fix that. Using those peaks. Reference, so 80 knots. 1500 RPM at this point. And I'm going to start my left turn. Right, center, left, another lookout. Speed 75 knots. 80 knots.
Attitude to control your airspeed, power to control your rate of descent.
Yep. 20-degree flap. Pulling up to get my speed down. Right. Okay, even out, trim. Okay, 70 knots. Reducing RPM a little more so I can get my descent under control. Speed a bit low, so I'm going to pitch down.
Bravo Charlie, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go. Julia Bravo Charlie. Right. Yeah, I missed
Yeah. Not letting you turn until you look out.
that. Yeah. Right, center, left. Got it. Speed is dropping, so I'm going to drop my nose down. Back into the center line. Okay, speed 70 knots, 75 knots. Alright. Need to reduce that to 70. Okay. Pitch up 70 knots. Let's hit 70 knots. A bit low. I mean, I need to get some RPMs in there. Oh, we're good. Flap 30. 65 knots. Bit slow. Bit of speed. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that was not good. I was too slow.
A little bit too slow, and he tried to keep the nose up a little bit too much there.
Yeah. That's because I was so close to the threshold, I didn't want to pitch down, but that was, again,
You have to keep that nose down, otherwise your speed will wash off and you'll stall it.
Yeah, so I think there was probably a touch and go there. Sorry, go
Yeah,
around.
you kept it too high. You fixed it in the end. But yeah.
That was too slow. Okay, let's try again.
Alrighty. Do you want to give it another crack, or would you like me to demo one?
I'll do one more.
We'll give it another crack? Sure.
If I don't get this right, then I'd like you to show me.
No worries.
I'd like to do one more.
Just because those previous two were pretty inconsistent with each other.
Yeah, I agree. Alright. 750, so look out, right, left.
Yeah, you had the opposite problem on both. One, you left the flare a bit too late and came in too quick. That one, you did the opposite.
Yep.
Where you tried to flare it too early and you were too high over the runway and you were getting too slow.
Yep.
So yeah, you actually had the opposite problem in each one.
Got it, yeah.
Now you're going to go in between.
Yeah, aim for the middle.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, Kilo Bravo,
the
clear
climb.
for
Coming off the climb.
Yeah, and again on base on the previous one, you were on 85 when you went laps 20. So that's within limits, but barely.
Okay,
So-
turning right, left.
Yeah.
Left turn.
You have to be careful with that one, because if you bust the flap speed, that's an instant no send.
Yep.
Same goes for the lookouts.
I'm behind. Trim.
Alrighty, so you've acknowledged your high, so fix it.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to fix it then and there, straight away.
Yep.
You're 200 feet high.
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
Alright. Up. Julia Bravo Charlie, downwind or touch and go.
Kilo Bravo Charlie, side 5 Quebec, clear touch and go.
Alrighty, let's bring that power back up.
Papa Quebec.
2 in.
Oh, sorry, back up, yep.
Clear touch and go, Charlie Papa Quebec.
Kilo
Alright,
Bravo Charlie,
BUMFISH.
follow the Cessna on final.
Following the Cessna on final, Julia Bravo Charlie. Stay there. Okay, brakes, undercarriage. Going to do a few things at the time. It's down, instruments are good, selectors, meters for both, fuel selectors both. 10 degrees flap, we are at low.
Yep, so let's fix it.
Jeez.
Yep, fix that height. So full power, climb it up.
Alright, turning left, right, center, left. Alright,
Alrighty, now lower that nose,
so...
bring the speed back up, and bring the power back. There you go, and now you're on a nice base profile.
We still have 10 degrees flap.
Yep. So don't leave that power too high. Yep.
1500 RPM. Trim. I'll leave that actually 20 degrees. Yeah,
Yep.
20 degrees now. It's good. And a bit high.
Bravo Charlie, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, Julia, Bravo Charlie. Speed is low, so let's fix that. Look out, right, center, left, 10. It's 75 knots.
What do you think of your profile?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I can do this. Speed is good. 80 knots now, so we are high.
Yeah.
I know. Go around. Okay, Davide.
Good decision.
If you could show me, I'd appreciate it.
No worries. When you're ready, I'll get you to hand over.
Your plane.
My plane.
Yep.
And Julia Bravo Charlie going around.
Bravo Charlie.
Alrighty. So we'll clean it up. Alright, so what's happening is your height and speed management a little bit off today. Not sure why. On the last flight it was pretty good. But yeah, on this one here, just you're a little bit all over the place at the speed and the height.
Yep.
So climb it out, we'll level it off, 1,300.
So circuit altitude.
Yeah. We've still got Charlie Papa Quebec on just turning onto downwind. So I'm going to make sure I'm behind him. So he's now passing my 9 o'clock. I'm going to start my lookout. So I'm going to start looking out to my right, looking out to my centre, looking out to my left. We have traffic sighted Charlie Papa Quebec, 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Now I'm going to start my left-hand turn. Now I can turn at 30 because I've already leveled off. We're not in the climb. Cool. Your crosswind downwind is all fine. A little bit rushed on the downwind, but you got to maintain your height.
Charlie Papa
You were
Quebec,
1,500 feet at one point. Yeah. The tolerance is 150.
Clear touch and go, Charlie Papa Quebec.
Right. So from here, again, going to start my lookout. Clear on my right. A little bit of trim. Clear centre. We got traffic sighted on downwind on my left.
Yep.
And I'm going to turn to follow them. So at this point, let's say that we were climbing and we've just leveled off, right? We've got the aircraft trimmed out, set at 13 knots, 1,300 feet, sorry, with 2,200 RPM. Right. Turning onto here, the aircraft's already in trim.
Yep.
Right. Turning onto downwind, I got my traffic sighted on late downwind. I'm going to get my radio call in. Julia Bravo Charlie is downwind for a touch and go.
Bravo Charlie.
Cool. So my traffic's my 12 o'clock, late downwind. A little bit of trim to keep it nice and stable. Brakes are checked. Undercarriage is fixed. Mixture is full rich. Fuel quantity is sufficient. Selector is on both. Instruments, DI is aligned. Heading bug is set. Correct QNH is set. T's and P's are in the green. Switches on as required. Magnetos are on both. And hatches and harnesses are secured. Cool, we have our traffic on base. Passing my threshold, power comes back, 1,800, and I'm going to pitch up to maintain height, below 110 knots, first stage of flight. Slowing it down, maintaining my height.
Yep.
So keeping it at about that 13. Using power as required to do that. Looking for about 80-ish knots at this early stage. If it starts to get below 75, I'll fix it. So you can see there we're maintaining about that 80 to 75, approaching my 45 degree point, clear on my right, clear on my centre, traffic sighted on my left on final. I'm going to bring power back to 1,500 RPM. I'm going to start a left-hand descending turn. You'll notice that speed won't go above 80. From there, below 85, second stage of flight. Now I'm going to bring it back and aim for about 75 knots. You see my speed's getting a little bit low, so I'm going to nose it down slightly. Using my trim to help me out. Cool. From here I'm getting a little bit high, so I'm going to reduce my RPM slightly. Then nose it down a little bit, so the speed stays the same, but my profile starts to descend. Alright, I want to be about 800 feet by the time I turn onto final. I've got my traffic on my left, continuing my approach, starting to get closer to my profile, still slightly high, so I'm going to bring out my third stage of flap nice and early.
Oh, okay.
So I've got my third stage of flap extended. Clear on my right, clear on my centre, traffic sighted on my left on final, turning now onto final. 800 feet, now aiming for about 70 knots. Alright, a little bit quick, so I'm going to reduce throttle and nose it up slightly to bring my speed back.
70 knots.
Yeah, so now we're aiming for about 70 knots. Slightly high still, so I'm reducing my RPM slightly, and now I'm nosing it down to maintain 70. Clear touch and go, Julia Bravo Charlie. Cool. Keeping it on 70 knots, maintaining that center line. Starting to get a little bit low now, so I'm going to add just a little bit of RPM. Maintaining that profile. Alright, profile starting to look good. Again, a little bit low, so just a tiny bit of extra RPM. Starting to get closer to the runway. I'm going to bring that throttle, gradually reduce it. Start to nose up to bleed off some airspeed. Looking to be about 65 knots over the runway. Throttle's back at idle now. Using rudders to keep myself straight. Applying back pressure. A little bit of a balloon, hold it up. And touchdown.
Okay.
Cool. Flaps up. And full power.
Okay.
Yeah. So even we don't get it perfect sometimes.
Yeah. So, in my case, if that had happened to me, it'd be full throttle.
That was a slight balloon.
Side, yeah, because it was a bit of a side force as well.
Yeah, it's because I pulled back just a little bit too much.
Is that something that if it happened to me, I would...
you can go around.
With the landing?
I would be happy with you to go around in that instance.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that case it was only a slight flow. So I fixed that one up. But yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty, it's in trim. From here I'm going to hand it over to you. So handing over.
My plane?
Your plan.
Alright.
Yeah. Stuffed up the demo there, down. Alrighty, we've got traffic just turning into our 9 o'clock now.
Yeah, I sighted.
Yeah, so make sure we're following that.
Let's get my climb speed under control. 800, I'm going to turn now. Looking for traffic right, center, and left. Okay. Left turn.
Yep, 15
Climbing.
degrees.
50 degree.
Because we're still climbing,
yep.
and climb out at 75, or 74.
Charlie Papa Quebec, downwind, touch and go.
Sorry, Quebec, clear touch and go.
Yeah, we've got to pitch it up more, we're still climbing out about 85.
Yep. That's repeat.
Yep, use trim to help you out.
Very well trimmed at the moment. Alright, I'm going to even out. I'm going to come out of the climb gradually now.
Camden Tower, Victor Charlie Foxtrot, bring Charlie 1800 inbound with Alpha.
Looking for traffic right, center, left, trim.
Yep, you said left, but you didn't look left.
I didn't?
Oh.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Join downwind runway 06, maintain 1300, Victor Charlie Foxtrot.
Altitude's good. Continue with the turn.
Yep, have a look at your power setting.
Yeah, a bit fast.
Yep, and as a result, have a look at your height.
Yeah. Let's get down to appropriate and make direction ways move. Let's fix that as well.
Yep.
Alright, all good. Trim. Okay, Julia Bravo Charlie, downwind for touch and go. Brakes, the courage.
Bravo Charlie.
Okay, switches, mix is rich, fuel is efficient, I can see traffic ahead of us.
Yep.
Arches and harnesses are secure.
Yep.
And let's pull right over the threshold, 1800 RPM, maintaining the altitude, trim for the speed. And I'm going to wait for the flaps a little more, for the speed to come down. Alright, flap 10. I'm going to initiate turn in a moment. So looking for traffic right, center, left. I can see, is it Charlie Papa Quebec?
Yep.
On pace, so turning left now. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go to 1500 RPM. And get my speed under control for the base leg. I'm looking for 75 knots, so 20 degrees of flap to help me with that. Alright, speed is good. Now it's a bit slow, so I'm going to pitch down again. I can go for 30 degree flap, since the speed is compatible with that. Okay, I'm going to start with my turn, a bit slow, still 75 knots. Right.
Victor Charlie Foxtrot at zone boundary.
Charlie Foxtrot, clear visual approach, runway 06, number 2, follow a Cessna turning final.
Clear visual approach, runway 06.
I'm a bit short, so I'm going to add some power.
Number 2. Victor Charlie Foxtrot.
Lining up with the runway.
Camden ground, Sirius November Delta Whiskey at the fuel browser, receipt of information, Alpha request start, taxi clearance.
Okay, trim. Speed is good.
Start approved, taxi holding point Alpha, runway 06.
Just below 75.
Julia Bravo Charlie, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, Julia Bravo Charlie.
Charlie Papa Quebec going around.
Papa Quebec.
Pitching down, get my speed to 75. $70 knots. Gradually pulling back on the throttle. Pulling back on the control column. Ah, nice.
Beautiful.
Hey, flaps up. Pull up. Speed is alive, 60 knots, and rotate.
There you go, that was good.
Finally. Okay. Maybe I should do that again.
Alright,
A regular one, what do you think?
I reckon we move on to flapless.
Flapless, okay. So plus 5.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get this ascent proper. I'm gonna pitch up to get my speed to best gliding, to best climbing speed.
Yeah.
A bit more. Direction is good. Flaps up, yep, double check that. Okay, that's good, good speed. 750. Gonna do the lookout, look right. Center and left, I can see Charlie Papa Quebec, downwind. So left turn. Checking on the speed as well, the strength of that.
Sure, Bravo Charlie, request simulator on crosswind.
Bravo Charlie.
Alrighty, taking over your throttle, simulating engine failure.
Oh, damn, alright.
Charlie Papa Quebec
So
downwind,
pitch down.
touch and go.
Charlie Papa Quebec, follow the Robin on
It's
final.
68 knots. I'm going to land right there. There's a little,
Charlie Papa Quebec.
Alright,
there's a
good.
little road there.
Charlie Foxtrot, clear to land.
No worries. When you're ready, go around.
Okay, one thing is I didn't manage to get my speed in that amount of time.
That's alright, it's all good. I
But,
can see that you picked
yeah.
a field and you were tracking towards it.
But I
So we'll
wasn't
continue a climbing turn onto downwind?
I wasn't going to stall.
No, exactly.
Alright.
That's a big thing. Number one, you weren't going to stall. Number two, you had a plan. Main reason I did that as well was to get a bit of separation from Charlie Papa Quebec.
Yeah.
We were getting a little close.
Alright. So reach my altitude and continue the turn. Reducing RPMs. 2200. Trim. Alright. Julia Bravo Charlie, downwind for touch and go.
Julia Bravo Charlie.
Alright, BUMFISH.
Charlie Foxtrot, taxi to parking.
Brakes.
Taxi to parking, Victor Charlie Foxtrot.
Undercarriage is down. Mix is rich. Fuel is efficient. Instruments are good. Magnetors are on both. Lights are good. Fuel is on both. And harnesses and hatches are secure. Alright. So I'm gonna go down to 1800 RPM. Maintain altitude. Pitch for this power setting. And flap 10. 1300 feet. Going to start.
So flapless. So I'm just going to take this away.
Flapless. Got it. Yes.
Here, touch and go, Charlie Papa Quebec.
It's going to be a flapless landing. So looking for traffic right, center, left. I can see Charlie Papa Quebec over there.
Yeah.
Entering into final.
Yep,
Right,
maintain your
turning.
height.
Yep. I'm going to turn into base now. So I'm going 80 knots on the base. I'm a bit over that now, so let's pitch up.
Yeah, have a look at your RPM.
Charlie Papa, Quebec.
Remember, we want to be about 13.
Yep. Alright. 80 knots my target. That's it. 80 knots. Reduce RPMs to 1300. Altitude getting to 900 now. Alright. Rate of descent is decent. I'm going to cut down on some more RPMs. Right, getting to 75 now, so right, center, left. Should have turned earlier. Coordinated turn. I'm going to add some power.
Alrighty, you went over 30 degrees angle of bank there.
Oh, okay. Pulling back on the throttle. Okay, I think this position is good.
Okay.
Bravo Charlie, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, Julia Bravo Charlie. Speed is 213. Pitching up to reduce my speed. Throttle is on idle. I'm gliding now. Okay, descent is good. Speed 75 knots. Pulling back. Oh.
Alright.
Alright. A touch of runway.
Camden ground to Tarbio,
Technically a touch and go.
Taxi for departure with information Alpha.
No flap. Three track. Alright.
Holding point Alpha runway 06.
So, I think
Taxi to holding point Alpha runway 06.
I think I was a bit too fast. Let's get that.
Yeah, you were a lot too fast.
So I had to use too much runway.
Yep. You got Charlie Papa Quebec in sight?
Yes, I can see them.
Cool.
So, do this again. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll do another flapless.
Yep. All right. Direction is good. 700 feet. 850. I might take this a little further out for my turn to give them some more space.
And Julia Bravo Charlie, request simulated on upwind.
Bravo Charlie.
Taking over your throttle, simulating engine failure. Just your throttle. You're still in control.
Oh damn it! No engine. All right, pitch down. All right. Man, there's not much. I would attempt. There's the green patch there. Could be a golf course.
Cool. What else? A little soccer field over there
soccer
potentially.
Field, I just don't know if I'd be able to do that turn.
Yeah, it'll be a hard one. There's not much you can do. Go around.
It's possible. All right. So.
Charlie Papa, Quebec, downwind.
And we'll start a turn to the left as well.
Yeah, there was a tough one in terms of location to
Yeah.
put it down.
You got the main road.
Yeah. Would you land on the road?
Probably that green patch you said is the first one. That's probably what I would go for as well. But because you pitched it down as soon as it failed, and you went up to like 90 knots, you would have lost a lot of height there.
Right.
So you got to set 68 knots.
Right.
Not just pitch down straight away.
All right. There's a runway. Gonna do my left turn. Oh yeah, right. Left and altitude.
Yeah.
And
we'll start that left-hand turn.
landmarks look very different from this point. So there's a river. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And
we're a bit far. We're also quite high.
Yep. All right, there you go. Let's move to the right a little. Get my altitude in control. Okay, that's it. To the call. Julia Bravo Charlie, downwind for touch and go.
Bravo Charlie.
Right. BUMFISH.
Clear touch and go.
Anti-carriage is
Clear
down.
touch and go, Charlie Papa Quebec.
Nix is rich. Fuel is sufficient. Instruments in T's and B's in the green. Switches good. Magnets are on both. Fuel selector is on both. And hatches and harnesses are secure.
Boom.
Alright.
So flapless.
So it's going to be flapless. Let's do take 2. So almost over the threshold. So still 1300 feet.
Yeah.
I can see.
Drifting a
Charlie
little
Papa.
bit away from the runway.
Yeah. We do need some more space.
Yeah.
Without flaps because of the speed. If I've got more time, I can probably reduce the speed as needed. Alright, gonna do my...
Yeah, we're still drifting a bit away though.
Alright.
We've got to tighten it in still. You got to keep the same circuit
Wide.
spacing.
Yeah. Alright. Checking right, center, left, and Charlie Papa Quebec has landed. Actually, I'm a bit too early for the turn, so
Yep.
wait for a little
Watch your
longer.
height.
Right,
Yep, just watch your height.
left.
Bravo Charlie, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, Julia Bravo Charlie. Alright, turn, right, center, left. All clear. I was very close to the turn point, so
Yep.
I don't know if I could get back to altitude.
That's alright. You're just going to make sure you don't descend in that downwind point.
Alright,
Cool. What's our profile like right now?
purple is good.
Oh, we're very fast.
We are fast, yes.
Yep, so let's fix
Bravo
it.
Charlie, cancel touch and go, clearance continue approach, 1 to depart.
Sorry, Mr.
Cancel touch and go clearance, Juliet Bravo Charlie.
Delta Whiskey, cleared for takeoff, follow the Cessna on upwind.
Clear for takeoff for the...
So our touch and go clearance has been cancelled because we got one entering the runway.
So we're going around?
No, we can still continue.
Oh.
You say continue approach.
Okay, so we'll get a new clearance.
Yeah.
Right, see, yeah, damn it. That threw me off. I didn't do a proper lookout.
That's alright.
Okay, 80 knots. That's what I want. I can see the plane on the runway. Just start to take off now. Right, idle. My speed is way off. No, I don't think this is...
Clear Bravo Charlie, follow the Cirrus on upwind, runway 06, clear for take, clear touch and go.
Following the Cirrus, upwind, Julia Bravo Charlie. Clear to left. And take right.
Clear touch and go, Juliet Bravo Charlie.
Sorry.
All good.
Overloaded. I had too many words to say. Okay,
Yep.
obviously this is a go around, so
Yep.
yeah. And he said follow the Cyrus
Yeah.
upwind.
And Juliet Bravo Charlie, we're going around request early crosswind.
Bravo Charlie, not available, follow Cirrus.
Following Cirrus, Juliet Bravo Charlie.
Charlie Papa Quebec, downwind, touch and go.
Yeah, no, that was a bit of a dick move out of the tower. Letting that guy take off in front of us because that threw you off on your flapless quite a bit, I saw.
Yeah, I know.
That's right, so we're going to follow him.
So he's doing circuits, a circuit as well?
Unsure. He said he was to depart, so he may be departing on crosswind.
Alright, my speed is a bit off, but altitude, I'm going to turn left, right, center and left, look out, all clear. Reach my altitude, get back there. Right, 2200 RPM. I'm going to do my left hand behind the Cyrus, taking right, center, left, all clear. I picked up a lot of height, so I'm going to fix that.
Yeah. Are you consistently doing that in each of those downwind turns?
Downwind 4, touch and go.
I believe that's because you're not bringing back the power early enough.
Follow the Cessna on base, November Delta 50.
Sorry, you
Yeah.
said my turn.
We're a bit wide, so we've got to tighten it in a bit as well.
Yep. I need to use more rudder with these turns.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alrighty. We've got to bring that throttle back and fix up that height.
Julia Bravo Charlie, downwind for touch and go.
Cool.
Roger.
Right.
Do you want to give another flapless a go, or would you like me to demo one?
I'll do this one.
Okay, sure.
And,
We'll give it another crack.
Yankee,
I'll guide you through it a bit more.
06, ready for a crosswind departure. Yankee, hold
BUMFISH, so got brakes.
Hold position,
Encourage.
Yankee. Quebec, clear touch and go.
This is rich.
Clear
Fuel
touch and
sufficient.
go, Charlie Papa Quebec.
Directional indicator is good. Just need to fix my
Captain Tower, good morning.
heading.
Cherokee Juliet, Quebec Oscars, British Jelly, 1,800
Switches,
advanced,
magnetors.
Alpha.
And fuel on both. And I can see the Cyrus.
Quebec, sorry, requesting circuits was it?
That's a Cyrus, right?
Yeah, it's a Cirrus.
Following that Cyrus.
Quebec Oscar, join
Alright, so
downwind,
this is going to be a
runway
flapless
06,
approach.
maintain
So I've got,
1,800
need
Yeah,
to fix
we've
my
got to maintain
altitude a
that
little.
height.
Straight
Yeah.
downwind 06, maintain 1,800 and report the battery as you Quebec Oscar.
Yeah, cool. So we're looking for about 80 knots at this stage, 80 to 85.
So there's 80 knots.
Yeah, whilst maintaining 1,300.
A bit low, but okay.
Alrighty, so we'll start that lookout. We're on our right.
Right. The
Go
center.
centre.
Yeah,
Got traffic started on the left.
Yep. With the Cyrus on the final. Alright, there's my... Yeah, I use the legs as well. So I'm going to bring down the throttle.
Yep, to
1500 for now.
1,300.
1300, okay. then
And
that's
start that left-hand turn.
starting left-hand turn.
Looking for about 80 knots.
Okay, got 80 knots.
Yep, keep that left-hand turn coming. 30 degrees angle bank.
November Whiskey, clear touch and go.
Yep, 30 degrees.
November Delta 50.
Yep, even more.
Okay.
There we go.
Alright, so that's
Otherwise
30.
you'll leave the zone.
Yeah.
Cool.
So its notch is 15 degrees, right?
No,
Yeah.
15
Alright.
degrees in the climbing turn.
Fine, yeah.
Cool, now we're getting a little bit low. So what we can do is we can add some power, bring it back up to about 1600, and nose it up a little bit to make sure the speed stays constant. Alright. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Alrighty, now getting ready to turn onto final.
Right, center, left.
Clear all around, let's bring that power back to about 13 and do our left-hand turn.
30 degrees. Well, I'm a
Yep,
bit
cool.
wide,
We're still a little bit wide, a little bit high, so let's bring that power even more,
Bravo Charlie,
up to
clear
about
touch and go.
13.
Clear touch and go, Julia Bravo Charlie.
Cool, we have our
Very
clearance.
You need to plug your headset in further, I think. You're very faint. I can hear you in the background like you're talking on a handheld or something.
Yep, cool.
Copy that.
Bring it back a
I'll,
little bit more.
Take a look at the box specs.
Alright.
If you start as
80
approved,
knots.
you can report ready this frequency and run it, please.
Start approved, Romeo Whiskey.
That's better.
Check Quebec Oscar is
Okay, speed
turning
is
downwind.
good.
Yeah, speed's a bit high, so
little-
let's
a
bring
little,
back that
yeah.
throttle even more, bring it back to idle.
So idle.
Yeah, and keep the attitude the same. Let the speed wash off. We want it to be about 75 knots.
75 knots now.
Yep, there we
Clear
go.
clear visual approach.
Look at the speed.
Yeah, speed's washing off. That's good.
06 and touch and go. Check Quebec Oscar.
Let it keep going. Alrighty, power back at idle. Keep it at idle. Yep, maintain that center line. No nose up too much. Maintain that center line. Now start to flare.
Okay.
A little bit late, that's alright. Alrighty.
Alright,
Full
full
power.
throttle. Oh,
Yep, no need for braking.
yeah.
And rotate.
Rotate.
Yep.
75 knots. Just keep on the heading. Right.
Michael Yankee, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Michael
Yeah, we started doing that thing where we kind of started flaring a little bit too early, then flared a little bit too late. That's my bad because I told you to stop it, because I could see you were starting to flare a bit too early. Yeah, gonna get that little bit of in between. But yeah, that one was a lot more stable on that base final leg. If you get that stability on base and final, you'll get the rest of it.
Yeah, it's important to establish yourself on final, otherwise it doesn't go well. Right, so I'm going to do my turn into crosswind, so checking right,
November Whiskey,
Center.
downwind, touch and go.
left. Alright,
Quebec
left
Oscar,
turn,
clear touch
Yeah.
and go.
left turn, climbing turn, so 15
So
degrees.
what I'm noticing is with your profile, when I ask you, you know, are we on profile? You're saying, yep, profile's good. Your height is good, your rate of descent's good, but your airspeed isn't.
Speed is, yep.
Part of profile is speed as well.
Got it, got it. I was referring to basically position. So yeah.
Part of your profile is your speed as well. So you have to be monitoring your airspeed a little bit more. Because I feel like you're focusing too much on the positioning of the aircraft and not enough on the airspeed.
Got it, yeah. Part of the profile. Alright. Gonna do my left turn, so right, center, and left check, all good. I'm a bit wide, but...
Camden Tower, Lima Golf Oscar, main angle 2000 feet.
Yeah, look at your angle bank.
Wow.
Yeah. 30 degrees angle bank in the circuit.
I haven't had this
direct at 1,800 feet, report overhead.
Alright, coming out of the roll. Fix the altitude.
Field 1,800 overhead.
Alright.
Lima Golf Oscar.
Brakes are good. Cool. Julia Bravo Charlie, downwind for touch and go.
Road Charlie.
Alright, so BUMFISH. Brakes, undercarriage.
Ground, the Cat 18
Fix
Charlie
ridge.
Alpha received Alpha.
Fuel is sufficient.
Back to departure runway.
Is a base on the grain. Altitude is still good. Heading is still good. Switches.
Charlie Alpha, taxi holding point out.
Good. Magnetars on both.
Holding point Alpha 1,
Fuel
runway
selector
108
both.
Charlie Alpha.
Okay, let's bring down the speed.
Seminole Zulu
Is this flapless or?
Flapless.
Flapless, right. Maintaining my altitude.
Yeah, this time I'm going to let you do it on your own.
Right.
Monitor that airspeed and monitor your height.
Got it. Hatches and answers and hatches are secure.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to... I'm wide actually.
Yeah. You
Looking
can't
at
let
the
yourself
tail,
descend. You have to maintain 1300.
Yep. Okay, 1300, perfect. So,
Charlie Park, Quebec.
I'm going to
Cleared
give myself
to land.
a little more space
Clear to land, Charlie
so I have
Papa,
more time on final. So I'll continue with the downwind for a little more. Just fix my altitude back to 1300.
Quebec, Oscar.
Alright, good, that's good. And I'm going to start with my turn now. So right,
County Ground, g'day.
center,
November
left.
X-ray United request.
And I've seen traffic there on final.
With Alpha Dual.
So starting the
November
turn now.
X-ray, traffic possibly vacating at Delta is a Cessna, taxi to holding point Delta runway 06 and give way to the vacating.
Give way to the vacating aircraft, taxi to holding point Delta, runway 06, November X-ray.
Okay, 80 knots.
Charlie Park, Quebec, taxi to parking.
Yeah, look at our height. We're not descending. You got to bring that power back before you turn.
1300 RPM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's bring it down.
Delta Whiskey, clear to
Idle.
go.
Yeah, good.
80 knots.
Fully informed Delta at the entrance run.
So,
To the uniform Delta, I will advise essentially.
idle.
Fully informed Delta.
Going to start with my turn in a moment. Checking for traffic. Right, center. Right. Center. Left, all good. Turn.
Yeah.
30 degrees.
Airspeed.
Airspeed is dropped, so let's pitch down. Pick up that airspeed again. Right. I'm aiming for 75 knots. Picked up
To the
again.
uniform Delta, clear visual approach, runway 06, follow the Cessna on final.
Clear visual approach, 06, Cessna on final, Zulu uniform Delta.
Okay, 75 knots.
November Delta Whiskey for sequencing, turn crosswind.
Turn crosswind, November Delta Whiskey.
80 knots.
Camden Tower, Cherokee Foxtrot, Tango, Quebec, Brig Jelly 1800, received Alpha inbound, request service on arrival.
75 knots.
Lima Golf Oscar, make a slight right turn to join a crosswind and report sighting a Cirrus, turning early crosswind now.
Alrighty.
Speed is good.
Turning crosswind to runway 06, looking for traffic, Lima Golf Oscar. Traffic sighted, Lima Golf Oscar.
Lima Golf Oscar, expect to follow the Cirrus.
Very
Alrighty, go around, we don't have clearance.
Join downwind runway
Yeah.
06,
Going around.
maintain 1,800 feet, report on the zone boundary.
So we had no clearance.
Down in
Yeah,
runway 06,
true,
maintain
yeah.
1800, Foxtrot, Tango, Quebec.
Juliet Bravo Charlie going around, no clearance.
Bravo Charlie, copy.
Juliet Quebec Oscar, light downwind.
Alright, I think I hit that.
Juliet Quebec Oscar, follow.
Yeah, so we didn't have a clearance.
Yeah, it's okay.
traffic sided.
Yeah.
But I
You
think,
had that. It was annoying because he didn't give us clearance.
Ready for upwind departure.
it's okay, yeah. It's something, it's one more thing that I need to be aware of
Yeah.
is clearance.
Correct.
So I need to be monitoring and expecting clearance.
Golf Oscar,
Yeah, we've
you're
got traffic
in field
overhead.
approach. Runway 06 following the Cirrus.
Alrighty, we'll make this next one a full stop.
Got it.
It's getting a bit busy now.
800 feet, gonna do my turn.
Visual approach,
Yeah.
runway 06.
Right, center, left,
Yeah, visual approach, runway 06, Lima Golf
15 degree.
To the Bravo Charlie, following Cherokee at your left on crosswind on descent.
Traffic started, following Julie Charlie.
Where is it?
Yeah, sorry, I should have let you do that one.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, here's overhead. Just our 9 o'clock now. We've got him on GPS as well.
Yep.
Sorry, I'll talk to Salvia.
Say again.
Reaching altitude.
Clear from Delta.
Correct. Zulu Hotel Golf is at United Aero requesting taxi for runway the Delta
Yeah,
for
got to bring that power back.
06 and receipt of Alpha.
Clear from Delta, clear.
Alrighty, lower the nose to keep your height, and then start that lookout.
Right, center, left.
Yeah, and turn. We can turn at 30 because we've leveled up.
Yep.
Good.
Foxtrot Tango Quebec set the boundary.
Foxtrot Tango Quebec traffic in your 12 o'clock is a Cessna on early downwind, clear visual approach and follow.
Traffic sided, clear visual approach.
Alrighty, gotta keep that height.
This is going to be a normal.
We'll make it a full stop. I was going to do a glide, but I don't think we'll be able to for spacing.
So using flaps.
So we'll just do a normal.
Yeah.
Okay, brakes.
Julie Quebec Oscar, clear touch and go.
Brakes, clear bridge.
Julie Quebec Oscar.
8 Charlie Alpha, depart upwind, leave the zone on climb runway 10, clear to take off.
Switches.
Upwind on climb 10, could take off.
So much traffic. Harnesses. Julia Bravo Charlie, downwind for full stop.
Julie Bravo Charlie. The park escort, sorry, dismiss the call sign on it.
Alright, so I'm going to use flaps on this, so let's go for 10 degree flap.
06.
There's traffic there.
Alpha remaining at the circuit.
Is that part of the
Are you
circuit?
looking for circuits confirmed?
Affirm.
Hotel Golf, taxi to holding point Delta, runway 06.
Clear taxi, Holden Way,
30,
Holden
100
Point
feet.
Delta, runway 06.
You do need dark clearance in circuits.
Okay, so there's this traffic. It doesn't seem like it's going to the runway 06.
For arrival.
Mike Fox, Yankee copied, I think I missed it anyway, sorry.
No.
November Delta Whiskey, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, November Delta Whiskey.
Alright, it is turning, so I'll go behind it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Foxtrot Tango Quebec Lake, downwind touch and go.
Watch your height.
Tango Quebec.
Yeah, Quebec Oscar is going to be simulating upwind.
To the Quebec Oscar.
Yep, watch your airspeed.
Uniform Delta's turning downwind for a touch and go and requesting
Let's start that turn.
available.
Alright,
Uniform
right.
Delta estimated approved
Center.
and follow a correction 8 Cherokee on late downwind.
That's 6 approved and traffic started to Uniform Delta.
Helicopter Zulu Hotel Golf cross runway 06, line up on the main pad.
Cleared cross 06, line up on the main pad. Hotel Zulu Golf.
20.
Correction Zulu Hotel Golf.
So speed 75 knots.
Yep.
Good.
Short final.
Good on the final, sorry, on the base.
Golf Oscar, I'm just waiting for that
Gonna drop
helicopter to get
RPMs, just lose some height. We do have
Golf
distance from
Oscar,
the
clear
runway,
touch and go.
so I think
Lima
we'll
Golf
be
Oscar,
good.
full
Okay,
stop.
speed is a bit low, so I'm going
Golf Oscar,
to
clear land.
pitch in a bit. So looking out, right, center, left.
Helicopter Zulu Hotel Golf, main pad cleared for takeoff.
Main pad clear for takeoff. Zulu Hotel Golf.
Going to give some throttle. Speed is
Yeah,
good.
so we turned pretty late onto base,
Yeah.
and we're pretty wide.
Yeah. That other plane that just
Yeah.
came in. I was fixated on that.
No, that's fair.
Then we've got Oscar taxi
All right,
park.
I'm going to put in full flap.
The Bravo Charlie, clear to land.
Clear to land. Julia Bravo Charlie.
Juliet, Quebec Oscar, downwind for touch and go.
Okay,
Quebec Oscar.
throttle down, 17 knots, bit low, on speed. Okay, pitching down to get my airspeed to 70 knots. Good.
7 Delta Whiskey, downwind, touch and go.
7 Delta Whiskey.
Use throttle to get me through because I'm a bit low, I think. Need to
Airspeed?
expand that. Yep, airspeed. Okay, we're good. Pitch down. Idle. 65 knots. Good.
Yeah.
Alright.
Keep the nose up, not too hard on the braking. Yep. We'll take Delta.
Yep.
Keep the nose up.
Yep.
Yep, keep it up.
Fox Tango Quebec,
All the way back. Okay.
Yeah.
With a hand on
A
it.
little bit of extra throttle.
Going around Foxtrot Tango Quebec.
And
Camden Tower, Zulu Hotel Golf, we're downwind.
Feed on
And
the
we'll
floor.
turn to the right.
Out towards
A little bit more throttle.
Just for a maintenance
And
flight
we'll
out
turn to
there.
the right.
Zulu Hotel Golf depart downwind traffic in 12 o'clock is a Cirrus.
Copy traffic, have it in sight. Hotel Zulu Hotel Golf.
okay, normally we need to switch to
Bravo
ground.
Charlie taxi to parking.
Taxi into parking, Julie Bravo Charlie.
Zulu Uniform Delta, touch and go.
Alrighty.
Follow the
That's
Cherokee
great.
upwind.
Touch and go, traffic.
So after landing, we'll put our flaps up.
Yep.
We'll swap it over to ground, and we'll turn off our strobe lights.
So strobe, nav off. Just pull that throttle back in.
Yeah.
And switch to ground.
Yeah. Technically, we leave the nav on until we stop taxiing.
Yep.
But yeah. Cool. So we'll bring it back to the scout hangar.
Okay. So I think there was a mixed bag of results for this flight.
Yeah. We'll talk about it on the ground
Yeah.
when we're back inside.
Zulu Quebec Oscar, clear.
But yeah,
touch and go.
got a bit to debrief.
Yep.
Touch and go, Zulu Quebec Oscar.
Okay, and left turn.
Yeah.
Whereabouts
If
you're
you don't mind, I'll briefly take over.
Okay, go
Set
plane.
my controls. Hopefully these guys move. Please move.
Uh-huh.
Pretty please. There we go.
Foxtrot Tango Quebec, downwind, touch and go.
Foxtrot Tango Quebec.
Alrighty. When you're ready, we'll shut it down.
November Delta Whiskey, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, November Delta Whiskey.
Okay, flaps are up. We've done that. Strobes, clutch switch is off. So, parking brake, electrical equipment, so avionics.
Keys off. And I'll do the control lock once we're out. Fuse lifter. Alright.
Alrighty,
So
maybe roll
moving.
backwards a little bit, just let it.
So reversing.
Yeah, there we go.
Gas left. Alright.